Hey, Jake. I did a big fucky wucky, and I need your help.
Do not fret, my child. I am sure we can find a solution.
So I was dead for a while, and then my demon clone killed Sid to bring me back to life.
What?
Yeah. He made me promise that I'd avenge him as he bled out in my arms. So could you direct me towards the gates of hell?
Wait, hold on, let me get this straight. You were dead, and then your clone killed Sid, and now you're trying to save his soul.
Yes.
Well, I'd tell you not to go, but you're stubborn as a rock, so you'll need to barter with the Council of Hell. You'll need a good trade to get out of there with good old Margarine Dog.
All right. I'm ready. How do I get there?
Down the hall. First door past the swearing and Beastars spoilers.
Hell yeah! All right, see you, dude. Make sure to get episode 12 done by the 15th.
Hello and welcome to the Cherryton Podcast, featuring me, Werewolf, and wquiz.
Whoa.
This week we are joined by FriedChurro.
Hello.
Sidpoke.
Hey yo.
And TrashCamell.
Hey yo.
Today we are going to be talking about Chapter 9, as well as other things.
And Chapter 10.
And Chapter 10.
Chapter 10.
But first, Chapter 9, where... Right.
Well,
to put it susuccinctly,
It
the white
starts out
rabbit.
pretty
I
Put it
remember
succinctly,
editing
the white
this.
rabbit stripped her white uniform. Oh.
It's like a,
Yes.
trashy porn novel on the first page.
Yeah.
Dojinshi?
Yeah.
So,
Half naked rabbit.
how did it
Yes.
feel for you guys to experience this thing for the first time? This scene, exactly.
It was
I
good
was-
for me.
I was like,
Was it good
whoa,
for
they're
you?
doing it. Like, I can't believe they're doing this. Like, this is a different type of manga.
Well, I watched the anime first, so I didn't know what to expect when it came to around like this
Same.
particular scene in general. So when when this started happening, I was like, oh whoa, what did I just get myself into?
Yeah.
I hope nobody's watching me watch this.
Yeah, I have a bit of a story for this. Like, I started with anime first, like a lot of people, and I got to the scene, and what I was doing is I was on my old laptop, and my parents were behind me, facing towards the side, looking at their TV and stuff, and I start seeing this scene, and I'm thinking, oh crap! So I turned the laptop to where it was parallel with the TV and watched it from there on. To make sure that my parents wouldn't look over and see me watching this scene, because I did not expect it at all. I honestly expected Zootopia out of most of it, but then it got to this and I'm thinking, oh crap, I've gotten myself into something crazy.
See, the thing is, I wasn't like super thinking back to it now of my memories of it was that you know how on the top left of the corner it tells you like the rating and like what to expect in the episodes on Netflix. So I remember seeing like nudity being one of them, and I was like, what? Where? It's like, where's this going to come up? And it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, I honestly didn't check any of the things. So I'm very, very happy I didn't watch this with my parents the first time through, because I was seriously considering that. I am so happy I didn't.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I was
wow.
in my bedroom like at 2:00 in the morning watching this, so I was good.
Fun story. My mom has never seen this, but I sell merch, and I sell a button that's a Legosi simp button, and she's like, I don't know what it is about this character, but I really like him. I want this button. I was like, no, you don't. You have no idea what you're getting into.
I mean, for the most part, he's a good boy.
For the
Yes,
most
he's a
part.
good boy. A very attractive design.
Well, to that, my mom has started watching Beastars actually, and she quite
Oh.
likes it. It's
He giving
it's
you
such a weird
updates?
story. Yeah, it was like, hey, what are you like working on? What project? And I was like, oh yeah, it's this one book. Look, I have it here, and I showed her the manga, and she was like, okay, and I said, there's also like a show for it. It's on Netflix. And I said, do you want to watch it? And she was like, sure. And then we watched it, and she likes it. And at the end, she was like, are they in love? Are they like, ah?
Aww.
Aww.
God damn it. Now she's reading the manga as well. It's crazy. Yeah, she's like at volume 3. It's quite funny, actually. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
the first time I ever remember seeing this scene was in the one Saberspark video, which also got me into the community. So I think it was more like a funny addition to the anime, but I don't know. I thought it was weird, but then like the overall story, I kind of liked it when he said it. Why Saberspark, we love you. Ah!
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
So
Superstars
on that same kind of
podcast.
on that same with Thought Train, I watched it, and then the next day I rewatched it, and from there on, I was just kind of like, I want to know more. Like, I know there's more after this. So then I started looking around, and then I found the fan translations of the other chapters. On it wasn't Manga Dex at that point. It was like some other like weird website that looked kind of shady. So I started reading it, and then after that, I joined the Beastars subreddit, and let me tell you, that changed my life. I I couldn't have been where I am now without the Beastars Reddit community.
Yeah,
So true.
I have to say the same thing because like I also used a shady third party for most of my reading. But then I made my Gazelle with Fangs thing, my song. That I think that has like 10K views. I think I don't know.
Really?
I don't check
Wow.
anymore.
It's your
Hell
your
yeah.
shame and pride at the same time.
I just realized I got into Beastars this time earlier this year. It was December 2019.
Whoa.
Before COVID.
Whoa.
Like before anything. It was exactly like during the holidays, because I went home for the holidays because I live on the well, my family's from New Jersey, so I go back to New Jersey, and I remember watching this like in the dark in my like childhood bedroom, like watching it. So that's interesting. It's only been like a full year.
So I think I got into it like around June. I think it's when I got
Of this
into it.
year?
No, of this year, yeah, of 2020.
Oh yeah.
Because then the English version of Netflix came out in January or February.
It came out in March. The
Okay,
English.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure June is when I got into it, or when I saw it.
I got into it the week after.
Hey, Camel, you're echoing a bit.
Oh,
Hello.
Ooh.
Uh
we're
oh.
having technical difficulties.
Wait, is it still echoing?
Yeah, a little
No.
bit.
Wait, hang
Oh,
on, check.
not anymore.
There we go. Okay.
Wow,
Anyways,
that's
No.
good.
It's good.
Okay.
I started watching Beastars the anime the week after spring break because I had just finished up the percussion thing, so I was basically good for the rest of the year. And the school decided, hey, we're gonna have an extra week or so, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a perfect time to pick up a new anime. And of course, you know how everything went, and I ended up not having the rest of that year, and that definitely played a part in me becoming so active in the community.
Yeah.
All right. So kind of like going forward.
Oh, actually, sorry. Before you do that, before you go forward, r/Beastars community, the H isn't the ladder. You have shamed us because we told Ben Diskin to pay attention to the H meme. It's not the ladder. We weren't screwing with him. It's just an H. You're overthinking this shit.
Oh, r/Beastars community. It's not the same thing.
Ah,
You
bunch of horny
fucking weirdo.
bastards,
Oh,
you
sorry.
all, you bunch. I can't believe you. Shame on you. Shame.
You guys should have done your research before pushing that meme on him. That's
What do
all
you
I'm gonna
mean
say.
research? We made this shit popular. Whatever.
Yeah, no, not according to the Beastars Reddit.
This topic
They're wrong. They're wrong.
hurts me.
They're
Sidpoke
wrong.
literally made the meme. You hear
I
that, Beastars
made
Well,
community?
you made it.
I
You made it
had
for
to
the
make an
Beastars community.
apology freaking pose.
And nobody saw it. God, disgusting. Shame on you. Shame. Ha!
Okay,
All right.
let's
Okay,
get
moving
back,
forward.
Churro.
Huh? What?
You wanted to tell something, didn't you?
We were moving
No,
forward.
I was just trying to move along. Like I was saying,
Go ahead. move
God
along.
damn it.
yeah. All right, I'm on page 3. That's the one I'm looking at right here.
God damn it, Will.
Oh yeah, Bill is gone.
Who?
Actually, the fur down there, I don't know what to call it because I don't want to call it what I think it is.
The pussy. Let's skip that page.
Crosses
Let's skip
that
it.
crosses into NSFW territory. Let's move on. Like just out of that
let's
entire
move on.
encounter, let's just move.
So he puts a blanket on her and then he leaves and then he smashes his tail in the door, which has got to hurt.
Yep. Okay.
It's
Now
pretty
we're
funny,
moving
too.
on.
Yeah, Jake did a good job with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, think about that, getting your tail like smashed because like it's part of your spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Ouchie.
Would you like? What happens if that happens? Would you like lay on the floor or something
You would.
because it hurts
Die.
because it's like your central nerves or something?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
Wquiz said, you would just die.
Is your
What's-
spinal cord like in your tail?
Yeah,
I mean, there's
but-
some. I know some
Crazy.
kids who
Hold
don't
on.
have tails.
Tail anatomy.
Yeah, no, I mean, like even humans, we have the tailbone, and that's the end of the spine. And so in animals, the tail is just a continuation of that.
Yeah, but I don't. Is it vertebrae? I don't think it's vertebrae. I think it's like a different kind of bone, and the spinal cord doesn't run through.
The
Look
fact
it up.
is that
I'm
I
looking
know
at
some
it.
cats who don't have tails anymore because they've been.
Yeah, they don't
damaged.
die. It just hurts.
They don't die.
My old cat broke his tail, and it had like a big old lump on it afterwards.
Yeah,
What?
they sometimes they just flop because they can't they have weight balance issues or something after the tail's gone. So it's I guess it's just a balance thing.
So, looking back at the chapter, that whole interaction with Haru has awoken his inner desires.
Desires.
I think it's really funny how
Terrifying.
Legosi has literally no idea how to go forward with this, so he goes into a public library and searches on his laptop. What is it? Small animal feelings of gratitude taking off clothes.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. To be honest,
Whoa! What the?
it's
fuck?
like a really hard contrast to the first scene. where
Yeah.
she, what
Okay.
was it, chapter
Sorry.
3?
I'm gonna interrupt for a second. I was looking at tails because I was trying to figure out what the hell and how they work. And turns out rats have scales on their tail. Like they're made of keratin, and then there's also a layer of hairs, but their tails are scaled. And not only does that rhyme, but what? What? Just how does that work?
Biology
Sorry, I'm
lessons with Wquiz.
Biology. I will give you more, but mostly about insects. Someone made an anatomy picture of an anthropomorphic horse and its tail, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna screen share or nothing. You don't get to see it.
As we shouldn't.
Yes.
Also,
All right,
Zoozle.
so what?
Zoozle.
Zoozle for Google.
Zoozle.
It's interesting.
Oh no, there's another thing that comes up later, which is even worse than Zoozle, but I can't say it yet because it's technically a spoiler.
So
I mean,
let's
you
talk about the
defend
actual
Brian.
dynamics of the territory day, as it's called here.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was
that only
biology
comes up
day.
like twice.
It's
It
biology
depends.
day.
I
mean,
think
the
in the
music
anime
says
it's called
biology
Day. Yeah, in the anime it's Biology Day, but in
And
the
here it's territory day.
manga, it's Territory Day.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's funny how this never comes up again.
But territory makes more sense than biology, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Meh. I mean, I can see both. for sure. Like territory, as in being like this is like your area, like this is your like place to be yourself, I guess. And biology is more or less like the room is catering to what your actual species needs to like be happy.
Which is pretty cool, actually. I kind of like the idea that they like try to give every animal their own space and stuff like that.
It's nice.
And their room
There's
to socialize.
a lot of very personalized. I mean, you saw the fucking urinals, and there's like 3 different sizes of urinals.
Oh,
Because like a mouse can't pee into an elephant urinal. He'd get. Oh no, I'm not gonna finish saying that. Actually.
So, anyways, I don't know why, but I remember having a lot of fun putting the music to the scene from like Legosi being in there until the end, because I think I put Legosi's feelings and it just worked so well.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that scene.
Yeah, the OST like perfectly complements like the events in our manga dubs.
Oh yeah, I need to tell people
like
for
the
some reason they
about the
always
blessing.
fit.
Yeah, the
Oh,
blessing
God, yeah.
is that I just bring in whichever song I think works, and it literally like works. Like the big hits
It's
of the music happen at the big
It's almost
hits
like
of the
it was
dub. It's
written
crazy.
for this series.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but every time I send in the video to Werewolf, he gets really excited because he just puts in music and it just fits.
Perfect. Where are we?
I'm on page 15.
I'm at
Chapter
same.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm way ahead of you.
Oh yeah, I was just talking like till the end there. Like
Okay, remember we have to fill an hour time.
Yeah.
we can't be rushing through these things. We have to take our time.
It's funny how like
if you look at
Legosi's
the
friend here, is like he says things, but then he never shows up again.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's like 80% of the characters that we meet.
Oh yeah.
Like
the funny thing is,
there's only the core few, that we follow. But everybody else on the sidelines just kind of gets, put into the sidelines. Boing. They just get forgotten, unfortunately. So hopefully that gets remedied at some point in the future.
So if you look at all those characters in the wolf room, they all exist in the anime as well, like as they are in this frame. Yeah, because I noticed these like 2 wolves on the far right, the angry one and the one who's like scared or something, on page 15.
I could check that, but that would disturb my my Netflix as how it is with me and Sid are watching JoJo.
I mean, you can edit this in post. They do exist, like the same way they are in there, and it's pretty cool.
Ryan, can you find that frame from the anime and then put that in there? Yeah. Thanks.
New podcast editor Ryan. Hello. Cool. Put in something to say hello.
Be cool. He's cool. He's real cool.
I think it's funny how the one on the fairy right looks like Lyco a bit.
Ryan, put in a wait.
Ryan, put in the cheems Legosi, just like going from left to right.
Yeah,
Legosi cheems.
We're gonna give you so much.
Actually, give him like googly eyes. Oh yeah, like God. This. Oh, he's getting squashed. No.
We're doing a burger.
Look at the physics of the eyes. They're spinning around.
Why are they doing that? Oh my dear gosh. They fell off.
Oh. Now he's gone. Oh.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. Let's continue. Then I
guess. Scared me.
And so, like, one difference between the actual manga and the anime that I actually like the anime better is that this right here, it looks like some sort of weird mechanical contraption, that simulates like the moonlight. Yeah. But like in the anime, it's actual just like a moon, that has light coming off of it.
I mean, you say that you like that, but I thought that was kind of cheesy. I get it, because the moon's made out of cheese. That's a good one. Cheese, Gromit.
I mean, I would clap, but then I would have to take my hands off of the push to talk. So you know what?
That's awesome. Are you slapping?
Why
your-
are
I'm
you
slapping my mouse.
slapping?
I'm slapping my mouse. That's all I'm doing.
Sorry, what?
My keybind for push to talk is on my mouse, so I can't take my hand off my mouse. So I just slapped it.
Nice. Okay, Wolf Room.
Yes.
Grey Wolf Friend. Actually doesn't have a name. It's just Grey
His
Wolf
name is
Friend.
Regarno.
And it's interesting. Instead of just saying Grey Wolf like classmate, it's friend. You know, like insinuating that they actually have like a friendship. But I bet they don't.
Yeah, the dude doesn't even have a name.
Yeah. He can't go into the In Memoriam compilation because he is not named. He's not like Mark or Sally or another one.
Hundreds of other characters.
Or insert another example here.
Well, I mean, we probably can't anymore because some of that walks into season 2 territory.
Yeah.
Oh, we realized there's also another character in JoJo Part 2 named Mark who is named and has a background, and he's like getting married next week, and then he immediately is thrown under the bus. Sorry, spoilers for JoJo Part 2 if you haven't seen that.
But
yeah, he goes from Mark to Irk, so you can extrapolate from that. Data.
I mean, he's a Nazi, so I can only care for so much.
So if you want to have a good anime story, introduce
Mark the Nazi.
Introduce somebody called Mark and let them disappear. That's how you write a good freaking anime story.
Yeah, make them last less than an episode or like a chapter.
Yeah.
Either kill them off or just make them useless.
So on page 16, we actually get to see the search, like on his computer. Your search, small animal feelings of gratitude taken off clothes, did not match any documents.
That was a really good search, though.
That would match something.
Wait,
I mean, you'd get some kind of weird
Let me just
yeah, you'd
Google
probably
it
get some
now.
wax
See what
porn.
happens.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna do this.
Let's look it
but
up.
I'm not. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spare your search histories. Small animal feelings.
No,
of
I don't
gratitude
care.
taken
I'm doing
off
on an
clothes.
incognito.
Yeah. Feelings of gratitude.
I like that part in that one Cherryton podcast where everyone searched the thing in the Beastars for a long time.
Whoa!
The first
It
thing
literally
that pops
gets
up
you to
is
freaking.
Reddit.
Whoa!
It's Beastars.
It brings you to Beastars. Whoa!
Is this
Reddit.
a JoJo and Beastars meme I find under
Even
images?
Even shows the freaking manga dex chapter.
There's a subreddit called
Whoa.
r/Beastars Crusaders, which is
Yeah, it's like Beastars, but it's memes about JoJo at the same time.
I also
Iron
got
Wolf
a
is on there.
shady. I also got a shady app that lets you remove clothes off of people.
this
What?
post that
What?
I found doesn't have Iron Wolf. Oh, but it's from 6 months. That's not that long. ago.
I found a shady app for your mobile phone that apparently removes clothes from people.
That's scary. I'm afraid.
I
What?
got an Oxford academic journal about animal emotions.
Whoa.
Mental health guide, cultivating happiness.
Are we
How to
learning?
express gratitude.
Why are we learning?
Oh no.
Okay. Let's. Yeah. It's interesting.
I gotta show you guys this tweet after the podcast.
Wait,
is
hang
over
on,
because
I was
Ben
on Push
is
to
gonna
Talk.
reply
Whoops.
to it, and it's really funny.
Yeah,
this is why you don't do that.
If y'all don't hear from me in the next week, that's because I might have gotten dark webbed.
Uh-oh.
I found this. I looked up the same thing y'all did. I found this like website that has a very, very bad title that I cannot say. I clicked on it. It said continue. I clicked on it and opened a tab and immediately closed it. So if I get dark webbed, it's just remember me.
Oh,
guess
what's
we'll tell
this?
the FBI,
A first-person camera of child stealing? Oh, wait, that looks like werewolf.
We were there when
Wow.
it happened.
And so
Wow.
Legosi has like an inner monologue. He's like going through his emotions. You know, he's like excited that he actually knows that he's a carnivore canine and a male. You know, he leaves a room.
His friend never shows up again, does he?
Yeah.
He just
Nope.
he's
He's
just
He appears
there
one
to ask
time,
him
I
how
think.
he's doing. He's like,
I
"What's
even
up?"
think in the anime he's 2D. Like that's how unimportant he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't
Oh, this
even
is
Yeah,
so
do that.
most
weird.
of the wolves in
Oh,
that room are
okay.
actually
Yeah.
hand animated and not
Some
3D.
yeah. Some are like hand animated and some are 3D
2D,
models.
yeah.
The important characters are 2D animated.
They're just sort of
And
sitting there depressed. So I guess
yeah,
2D animation was fine.
you can actually notice it if you look really hard, but it's like
Oh.
really well made. Yeah.
It's hard to
The
tell
shading
at
is
first.
really well made, so you can't really tell. But
Okay.
there are 2D drawn animations in there, especially for
Yeah.
side characters or
The
That's
light shaders in the
background.
anime are fucking so. Wouldn't put it past them.
As far as I know, they remove like some shadows, realistic shadows from Legosi's model, because they or no, they made it like they shaded themselves, because anime shading, like 2D shading, is actually quite inaccurate because it's more focused on showing the face, and on like real 3D shading, the face is more obscure, so they have to remove that shading, that real shading, and add their own, which is pretty interesting.
Oh.
More insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, so are we all at the part where it's like a male wolf and then it goes to another page and the guy is like, "What's up, Legosi?" I just want to look at the panel underneath. If you look at that guy's face again, he has the strangest side view I've ever seen. His head.
You mean the jaw?
Who? I'm gonna find who played him in our dub.
Okay,
I
since
think
we're
it
still
was
on page
Ooh.
18, when Legosi's walking in the mid panel, look at the wolf's face. That's like right above his tail, like where his hand is. Look
All
at
of
that.
them.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah,
all of them. What's the deal with Paru and making really funny faces?
And in the next frame, they're all watching him leave.
Yeah.
Like
That guy's
spookily.
eye wrapped around his head so he could watch him.
I mean, I guess they all just wonder why he's leaving before the time is out, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they
it's
don't
just
look like they're
Yeah.
vibing that much. They look like they're like just depressed. Like
I
I
think
noticed
that
that
was
in the
actually the
anime too.
point. Yeah, because
the
I
point.
don't
Like it's
actually-
depressing.
I would get
Oh.
talking about how this changes, but again, that's season 2 stuff.
Yes,
Actually,
yes, yeah.
they talk in the anime. I forgot. They were talking about like if there would be rabbits on the moon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
female wolf.
Okay.
I remember.
Which
yeah.
is a Japanese, legend.
I was actually told. I think it's called like the Jade Rabbit. It's actually like Chinese. I remember being taught about it in my Chinese class back like 3 years ago. Being told about the
interesting.
Jade Rabbit that lives on the moon.
What's about
That is
like
also
about?
like things about like the time period, and this is where I want to like learn about the greater like Beastars world. Like if what year is this in relative to ours? Because if it's like, have they gone to the moon? Like, has any of the nations on their world actually like have astronauts that went to their
Well,
moon?
I mean, it can't be
I'm
the
pretty sure.
1980s because of
Yeah,
bleep this out,
Gazoo-
Ryan. Just bleep it.
What?
The,
I'm so
yeah.
confused.
I'm
Wait, what?
2002?
Sorry, I'm getting into
No.
spoiler territory, but it doesn't really matter since it doesn't come up anyways.
Okay.
So it
You
can't
mean-
be around the 1980s
So-
area. I thought it was like late 2000s, early 2010s, honestly.
And so that's like, that's
I'd
the thing. Is like
assume-
her saying is like, oh, do you think like rabbits live on the moon? Kind of a thing. Is it just like bringing up that kind of like joke, or is it just like they haven't been to the moon so they don't know?
Okay, here's my assumption. So basically, I think they've been on the moon because they have phones, like actual mobile phones with GPS and shit like that. So in order to have GPS, you need satellites. In order to have satellites, you've probably been to space at least once, right? And
Is there a Beastars Russia?
it's not that
That's what I'm saying.
There
This is the
is.
kind of things I want to know.
there is.
I-
I think there is.
Well, if this story is in Beastars Japan, then that means there's a Beastars US and a Beastars Russia.
That's interesting, actually.
I think the Beast Complex is somewhat in the U.S. if that's a thing.
Oh, we
Like-
talked about this right once. Was it in? Oh, we actually talked about chapter 1 through 3 for Beast Complex, but we didn't talk about 4 through 7, right? We could do that actually at some point.
Yeah, we should get back to that, especially when it gets rebooted.
Oh yeah, it's getting rebooted, and there's also a new manga from Paru, which is also pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh
With
yeah, we can talk about
humans.
that.
Yeah, with the
Humans.
humans.
Fucking humans, what?
Okay, it's not too far-fetched, actually. There have been Beast Complex things with animals and humans inside. Like, the very first Beast Complex, which is not really released. We don't have copies of it, other than a few, photos of the book. But we don't really know what's going on there. But there have been humans.
Oh yeah,
And
in one of our past
yeah.
podcasts, we
Yeah.
actually did like a small dive and study to find out that I think it was like an episode 2 or something, or some sort of volume 2 of Beast Complex. There was actually a human.
And it's quite it looks like the human on the freaking cover, in my opinion, on the new cover of the new manga. On this
Honestly,
new-
the
There's
human on
also,
the cover
like-
looks like Mulan to me.
There was
Same.
also there was a nobody's. I don't think we've ever gotten like full proof that it wasn't Paru, but there's also like some possibility that it was also a fan made thing because the eyes were slightly wrong, but it showed like Legom like having a crush on a teacher who is a human. But it's also speculated that it's Paru drawing herself instead of Legom because she wears the chicken head when like doing things. She's never shown her face, so like she wears the chicken fursuit head
or the
when
beak.
she's- what?
She also has pictures where she has like a beak.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But like so people weren't sure if it was like Paru drawing herself into a thing, talking about how she had a crush on a professor or something in college. So, yeah, there's questions there that are not answered.
Alrighty, so let's wrap up chapter 9. So Legosi is
Chapter
on
10
top
is
of the stairs
good.
looking out the window. He is happy. Tails wagging.
So cute.
Oh.
I wish I could have animated this, but I didn't have the knowledge back then.
Yeah, actually, what was it? You that edited the scene, or was it Jake?
I did. I
Yeah.
did. Like 8 through 9. Or
This
7
was
through
this
9.
was episode 4, so it was Sid.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is whenever I started getting my original music chops up and running, and stopped using just nothing but OST, which is ironic because I think episode 5 is nothing but OST music.
Maybe you notice it, but back then I had a different editing technique in general. What I did is I made I put the audio together first and then edit it on top of the audio instead of like putting the audio and video together simultaneously. So it's like making an audio book and then animating on top of that. And then you can see that like the pacing of episode 4 is quite horrible actually. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. But back then I couldn't do it otherwise.
I just want to point out Legoshi coming out of the literal ground from the stairs. He's just a little head popping up from like this like stairwell that just is seemingly in the floor. It's so cute.
Yeah.
And also he's happy. He's not depressed anymore.
Wait, yeah, how does he get out of that like staircase? It looks like it's like a hole. He's way too
In a very detailed hallway. It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Look at
Oh, yeah,
page
what the heck?
19. On the very top, it rather looks like Legosi's like in a hole instead of on a stairway.
Yeah, and like where his chest is, like his abdomen is his next to the floor that he's walking to. It's not right.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's leaning forward really, really far.
He's like doing the Michael Jackson.
Maybe he's crawling up the stairs with his hands as well. You know, like
Legoshi
when you're,
Michael
like-
Jackson confirmed.
what?
We found it out here.
Or Legosi.
Moving on to episode 10 or chapter 10.
Moving on.
All right, we have a color drawing of Legosi and Louis.
Yeah, and then we get a
Louis
bit
doing
on
some weird shit
Adler.
with his
Oh wow, this one I don't know if it's the place that I'm reading the scanlations on, but like it looks really blurred, like instead of watercolor. Is that
It's
how?
gouache, actually, I think.
Yeah, on Manga Dex, it looks like that too.
It'd just be like
Oh.
that.
But yeah, it's not watercolor. I'm pretty sure it's gouache.
Gouache is a little bit more like acrylic. Like gouache is kind of a more opaque form of like watercolor. It's like what they use for the Disney backgrounds. I used to work at an art store. That's the only.
I want to
reason.
work in an art store.
I did it for 4 years. I will never do retail again. But it was fun. I learned a lot.
Wash.
Yeah, but we get our first
It's so
real look
interesting.
at Adler at least from the poster of Adler.
Yes.
Yeah,
Write
that down, wquiz, so that you don't have to go back to it later.
No, I'll do
It's
it
chapter
eventually.
10.
Right.
Okay, I don't get this marketing, but why are there 3 posters, like 3 times the same poster on, like, why?
Bro, I don't know.
It's not just a Beastars thing. I've seen it in multiple different instances where like it's the same poster just posted over
They
and
do
over
that
again.
in cities a lot, like to
Yeah,
get
I'm pretty sure in
everybody.
my high school as well. I've seen like the performances that we've had just like done like this as well.
Another
So you don't
thing,
forget.
This
Oh,
is
I
probably
thought-
the proof.
I thought it was like one of those like boards that you see at the movie theaters with like the movie posters, and this was just the only play that they had going at the time, so they just had 3
I
slots.
think that's what that is.
Oh,
That's what
that
I
makes
thought it
sense,
was.
too.
I think this is the proof that Power is drawing digitally, by the way.
Yeah, because that is
Copy
a copy paste.
paste.
The poster is a direct copy paste, so yeah.
But she doesn't draw digitally. She has her editors do that for her. Everything
Actually,
that
the
she does.
shading on the hat is different.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
I
but
see
she
that.
doesn't
It's
do that
slightly
though. She
lighter.
only does like the actual drawings, and then her editors go in and basically fill in the rest.
It's literally the
I
same.
guess
What are
the
you
center is
talking about?
darker. That actually might
Yeah.
have been an artistic choice, so that one stands out the most. Brings your eyes center.
So there's the
yeah.
ceremony, and Louise at the ceremony being a big old
Icon.
nerd.
I mean, honestly, I've never seen these types of ceremonies in my life. I don't know how
Yeah,
this just...
well, maybe it's a
Yeah, my
Japanese
school didn't
school
care that
thing.
much about our drama club. Like, I mean, it definitely loved the plays and stuff, but we wouldn't have like a ceremony like this. I don't know.
Yeah, like the closest thing that my school has to this is like clap outs and stuff, where the drumline literally just walk through the halls playing cadences, walking the whoever athletes out to their state or whatever, to their state.
Yeah,
Well, that's annoying.
it's on my school. When I was in school, they had that as well. Where right before like a big game, you know, they would have the marching band go through the halls and just like play.
Yeah, like that's the closest that we've ever gotten to a ceremony.
Okay, one thing.
Oh,
How are there
It's
so many
Principal
students,
Ogama.
by the way?
Oh yeah.
How big is
What the
Cherryton?
fuck?
that
Holy
they could
crap!
fill- Yeah, look, it has like
Yeah,
2
if you look
stories.
at page like what 4, they show like
Yeah.
the whole auditorium, and it goes back. It has like there's upper levels. Like
Oh, I think
It's-
it's funny though, because the elephants and the giraffes have to sit at the back
yeah, that's discrimination.
because they're just so fucking large and you can't see past them.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah,
the
that
school is
makes sense.
probably around the same size as my school, which is around 1,000 to 2,000.
This doesn't look like 1,000. This looks like if it goes all the way around like an auditorium, it looks like it's probably like I don't know, maybe 10,000, maybe 5,000.
Okay, yeah,
School
that's
only
just
has
a
a
lot of
thousand.
people.
Are we looking at the
Hang
same
on.
frame?
Looking at page 5.
Let me see if it's page 5.
That's more than a freaking stadium.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
would
large
assume that
building.
I would assume that Cherryton probably
it's like
has a
Madison
sister school.
Square Garden over here.
I think that
This is
Cherryton
like a
probably has like
performing
I think they have like a
center.
sister school near them or something, or these could just be regular people. I mean, Louis.
Oh, what
has
if they
everything.
have all the schools that they listed in that other weird ceremony
Oh,
they had?
that'd be interesting.
Season
that
2
comes up later.
stuff.
What?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but that'd be
spoilers.
more than
No!
this because they essentially had like what 100, whatever. Anyways, going on. Yeah, big
Principal
people.
Ogama, I mean,
The headmaster looks so old in this scene.
he's cool. I like him.
Gone?
Is it because he's a
Yeah.
tiger too?
Is he
Yeah.
gone? Because
It's like
he
how
will
I
never
like
right
every
appear
there.
again. He will never appear again.
Rest in peace.
Shows up again.
wquiz likes every tiger character. I like every wolf character, and FriedChurro is just a Juno simp.
Yes.
And
He
we
likes
can
every
now
Juno character.
not put this on Twitch.
The three horsemen of the apocalypse.
So speaking about my role of that, Lauren Londa, she just released a new merch item on her store. It's a Juno pin, and I was the first one to ever buy one. Said so herself.
Oh yeah.
No.
That's true.
I have actually a Juno sticker of her crying if you want that.
No. It's sad though.
No.
Okay, can we skip a few pages? Because Kai gets a lot of words in this chapter, but then this is also the chapter. We have 12 minutes. And this is the chapter where the thing happens. What?
We started like 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
Okay.
So slow your horses.
Chill your
basically,
tigers.
as always,
Wait, okay, here's a question.
Integrity.
How like during the Victorian era when there's like horse-drawn carriages, is that a thing? Did they have those? Did they use horses as transportation?
Actually, that is a good
Beastars?
question.
How did that work?
Pedicab. Like it'd be like a pedicab. You pay the horse. I don't know.
Kinda.
I feel like they probably do that now. Like they probably do that with like elephants. That's an easy job. It's like I'll be a taxi. Like that.
Sure.
Oh, I don't even want to mention like
actually,
hidden contest.
A bigger mammal is supposed to help out smaller mammals to move around.
Oh, that's true.
In Cherryton school. So basically, tiny mouse.
They comment on that.
Yeah, like I know Juno
like
was
panel.
late to practice one day because she had to like take a sloth to the restroom or something.
Yeah.
Why didn't she draw that? That would have been great.
That would have been great.
But I could see
it. That would have been
it.
a really cute scene.
Okay, can we talk about the crazy amount of foreshadowing in this scene with like Kai and Legosi just talking and saying
what page are you in?
Just that entire conversation where they're all just where both of them are talking about like the different
To know that this was exposition on Legosi.
Okay, one more thing though.
Before you go to
Kai.
This is fucking 5 shadowing. It's so heavy.
Yeah.
5
Before
shadowing.
you go to Kai, freaking Louis' speeches are useless. They say nothing. It's empty. It's all empty.
I would love everyone to come into our performance in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like the crowd's on fire. Why? He's just advertising.
Coexistence and co-prosperity. Those are the precious values that we'll be showing in our. What does that mean?
It's a lie. It's a drama.
That's just how Cherryton's supposed to operate. They're supposed to coexist together.
But he doesn't even believe that.
He doesn't believe it.
You lying sack
I
of
guess
shit.
they show like herbivores and carnivores doing like one performance, but still.
Bare minimum. Like
Louis, get your crap together.
Okay, and so seeing the bottom panel, he's actually wearing the full suit with the jacket and everything. He looks so good.
Fast.
How did you talk so fast right
now?
Legoshi's all dressed up. My boy's grown up. He only has like one button on that blazer though. I don't know how that's being held together. It's being held together by like dreams or something.
I had an old blazer that only had one button.
Oh, he has really tiny shoulders in this picture as well.
If you set any piece of clothing on fire, it's a blazer.
Like, what is it? Like the first 5 volumes are like a whole different art style than like the later volumes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
This part's so nostalgic for that. So nostalgic for that reason, you know. It's like I remember reading this.
Louis looked horrible in the first few pages.
Yeah. He just looks sort of sickly.
There's no like melted Lego Louis in this chapter at all, I don't think. Wait, I could be wrong.
Moving on from melted Lego Louis.
So on page 10, when they're talking about each other and everything, there's background dialogue going on where it says like, "Take care of the sound, please." So they're yelling at Mokichi.
Oh, Mokichi. Please come back.
Do we actually see Mokichi in the scenes?
We do on when they showed the diagram of like the leadership.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's at the top of the sound team. And then there's the R word, but not the bad word R word. But yeah.
Ooh.
Mm.
On
Oh, and then
page
there's
13.
the bucket lemming.
Bucket lemming.
Crocodiles in the actor team. That's cute.
He was one of the mooks, remember?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, here's the thing.
And in costumes, there's Muffin.
Oh, little man. I love that boy.
There's also Dolphin Moro in the props section.
Oh,
And
check it out.
we once like we mixed them up, so I basically got both of the roles. Technically.
At once.
Yeah. So in the Omake was Moro, and in I think the comic dub, the manga dub, it was Dolph the hippo, and
Yeah.
yeah, we thought it was the rhino, not the hippo. So I kind of like voiced both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done, I guess.
So, what I was saying earlier was, I think it's funny how, like, basically 2/3 of this entire chapter is the same conversation between Kai and Legosi.
Yeah.
Back to the diagram really quick though. Like there's a head, which is Sanu, but there's a director above.
Yeah.
Like we never meet
Question
who that
mark.
is.
Yeah, we never.
We don't
met
see
them.
the advisor either. At
Yeah.
the bottom right.
Yeah.
Oh, and Flying Blue was the one who voiced the advisor, and he was just like, "This is
Okay.
my job," and it was funny.
One more thing. Who is the character like in the dance team below the goose?
That's like
Juno?
Juno, but
That's
not Juno.
Is that Juno?
And
think
that's
so.
and that's a flamingo, I think, isn't it?
That's the flamingo that I occasionally voice.
Oh, Flamingo.
And then
okay.
Els is underneath.
Yeah,
right?
it's flamingo, it's Juno, Else, and then some lizard. That
Weird
rabbit we don't know the
lizard.
name of.
The
Els
rabbit.
dances.
And
That's
what is
crazy
that?
to think about.
Who's it on the very bottom?
I don't know.
We have no
It's not
idea.
Kai.
A monkey.
Another forgotten
What?
character.
No, Monkey is on the very left. It's the Hank Hill dude.
He's the script
Hey,
writer.
no,
Hill
that's a
writer, or
different.
Hank
That's a
Hillbever.
mandrill. I mean, like I'm just
No,
trying
it's
to
the
figure
Hank
out
Hill
the
monkey.
animal. Don't make
A
fun of me.
Mank
It's
Hill.
Hank Hill monkey.
Monkey. Damn it, Bobby.
Maybe what if this monkey was like the genius behind Adler?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that he probably
Why do they,
is.
wait, hold on. Why do they need a script writer if they do the same performance every year?
Well, I mean, they have
There's
to.
only
They do have to
one.
change
You
it.
just do they?
Well, I
I mean,
mean, in the case of
Well,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's
if
Kinda
they
looks.
change the Adler because they have issues outside of drama.
He kind of looks clueless all the time, anyway. So
Well, I mean, there's the thing with the I want to say like Juno and that whole thing, but that gets into spoiler
Yes,
territory. I
this is
hate
going
the
to there
spoiler word.
Yeah, this is
They
going
had
into the
to-
spoiler territory.
I thought
but,
they just like changed pronouns for that, but yeah, we can.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming they would have to have changed a few things there depending on the dynamic that they had.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, but anyways,
But all
five
he has to
head,
do is be like, ugh. What? 5 head?
5 head shadowing.
Oh, okay.
I don't want. It's just, okay, the thing that I'm about to say is probably spoiler
Okay.
territory, but Sheeb, thank you so much for the music. I put that exactly here. Only people in the project know what that is. But
Yeah, you'll see.
But the
If
guitar
you
piece I
ask
placed
around
there
on
is
Discord,
very
we will tell.
important.
Later.
Mm.
What
Very
page are you
later.
talking about?
There's a track that plays around page 18, which is a guitar only
I'm on
track.
page-
It's very hidden.
It is rather hidden, but it is very important to later dates.
It's at the moment where Kai asks Legosi if he has a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to like the introductions of the people in the club, right?
I forgot
Like-
Sheila was a dominatrix.
Yeah, I wanted to say I want to know more about her backstory and this whole thing and how that started.
14.
14.
That's not legal?
That's the age
That-
of consent in Japan.
How do you drop this information about her so casually? It's like, oh, she may have been
We
like
got
Bill,
Involved
sorry,
in crime.
wquiz, you had to drop this information. These were your
Oh
lines.
boy. She was working as a dominatrix.
Kai's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
a jerk.
Yeah?
Not kind of. He just
You want to
is a
say that
jerk.
to my face?
I'm saying it now!
Ah!
Ah!
Yeah.
But moving on, I guess the giraffe is afraid of its like spots.
Yeah,
That
because
never gets brought up
Which is
again
interesting.
either.
Yeah,
because trypophobia is like for like holes,
Yeah.
not for spots.
Yeah. Does she think her
mean-
spots are holes?
That's
It's
spooky.
a wide range of things. It could be spots that look like holes.
Apparently,
Hmm.
trypophobia doesn't exist.
Why?
Some people say that
It
it's just
kinda
the fear
does.
of illness because lots of holes can also just like
I felt
Yeah,
uncomfortable
yeah.
looking at that type of
I
stuff.
don't
There's
have
some
it at all. That
images.
probably means that I don't have any survival instincts.
Yeah.
There's like one that was on like somebody they like put that like plant on somebody's body part, the one that has the holes, and they like Photoshop it, and that really makes you uncomfortable. It's really gross.
Yeah.
You can
It
Google
could
that
also be like
yourself.
the uncanny valley effect or something.
Yeah.
I also like the
Yeah.
foreshadowing for Louis. Actually, no, we can talk about his secret because it's in season 1, the whole back alley market stuff. That was some crazy foreshadowing there too.
Yeah.
Legosi doesn't seem like he's not like deeply in thought, like, oh, you know, my family or whatever about me, whereas he has like a lot to hide as well. Like he's part of this.
Mm.
Not to spoil anything, but that's
Well, I mean,
But see, the thing is, that kind of goes into like the questioning, and without going into too much into it, it's kind of like, how did they know? You know?
well,
Because-
his family, I don't know, like any of his registry or like anything to do with him would be submitted to the school, so they would know a
you
lot.
also need
I
a parent
think.
But I'm
signature.
pretty sure. Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they mention it later on that that relationship is not recognized.
I don't know, man.
Well, in Japan, you still have like
No,
a family
yeah, but
registry.
this
and
is
you
in
can-
Japan. But the thing is, though, like I'm pretty sure it's some place like later on, when it's out in the open, we will know that. I'm pretty sure Legosi said that he has to forge signatures because that relationship is not recognized.
Well, that's already strange. Like that would be a red flag to like a school as
Very.
well. Like, why are you forging your so and so's like signature? But anyway, I'm not sure we should keep talking about.
Yeah, we're talking. We're being really vague here for you, anime only.
Kai was abandoned by his parents.
Yeah, and that never gets
Yeah,
brought
my
up again.
parents are hyenas, even though I'm a mongoose.
Then I got adopted by a hyena
Ooh.
family, even though I'm a mongoose.
It's on the bottom of page 16. You can see
Mongoose.
the
Four-finger
flamingo like
Legosi.
telling Bill he needs to be careful.
Oh, sorry. It's like Bill always not being careful.
Well, little dingus.
On page
Where is
18,
he?
Legosi only has 4 fingers.
Where?
What?
On page 18, Legosi only has 4
Whoa,
fingers.
he does.
And then
maybe one of
Lewis
them
looks
can-
like he has
Yeah.
Lewis?
3, 4, 5.
Lewis.
Lewis. He looks like,
Lewis.
oh man, his
Baba
hand is very
Lewis.
strange. Like it looks like his thumb looks like a finger. I'm like
Lewis.
looking at panel 16
Louis.
to page 16. He could be hiding a secret. We don't know.
But
He
I
is.
like the whole interaction between Legosi and Kai in the bottom, where it says like, "Are you hiding something from us? A secret?" And then on 19, like he scares them on purpose, and
Oh,
that's kind
yeah.
of cute.
Don't you smile at me!
See, Legoshi had jokes. Oh, and if you look at the panel when Kai's like, "Don't make fun of me like that," you can see Legoshi smiling.
Yeah, his like
That's
smug
cute.
smile.
He's cute.
Oh,
You're a little man.
you don't catch that often. You know, it's like a shooting
Oh, man.
star.
My favorite page of this chapter is page 21. So good.
Yeah.
Hang on, before 21, look at 20, and Louis on the stage. His face is just like a black dot for his nose.
Like no eyes.
It's kind of cute.
So let's talk. We're kind of moving on here, but let's talk about the season 2 trailer.
Oh boy,
Oh,
Oh boy.
Quick question. Who's that kangaroo?
Yeah, who's the kangaroo?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need to reiterate just how important this is. Who the fuck is that kangaroo?
Can you like reiterate?
Did
that
they
again?
did they not want to squeeze like the massive amounts of like content that they already have into season 2 that they needed to add a side character? Because I just don't see it. I don't see the reason for it.
There's a semi-official Twitter for the second season, and they said, even though like everything that they said was correct, they said that season 2 only has 12 episodes. That's not enough time to do everything there, much less add a new character.
Well, it depends on, I guess, when they end it. You know, like what they cut.
There's like so much to
the
talk
end.
about for the season 2 trailer. I don't think we can just squeeze it into 10 minutes. I think
we would have to dedicate like an entire episode.
I
to
think
that.
we need to dedicate an entire podcast to discuss that, where it's actually spoiler allowed, where we can just talk about like, everything.
Oh yeah, you're right.
True.
Okay, well,
But
to
Roku might be looking good.
listeners, you got a small glimpse at what the next podcast will be.
Hot Snake. Yep.
Yay.
Hey,
Lions. Random lions.
lions.
It's in the season 2 trailer. It dare.
Also, because we're putting off the first trailer episode, we'll actually be able to talk about the second trailer too, because the second one's dropping tomorrow at the date of this recording.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Ooh.
The next chapter is actually really interesting.
You know what? I'm just gonna start saying.
Okay,
it.
so let's hang on. Let's bring up something that we did last time, where we talked about the chapter names.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Crow
Yeah.
chapter names.
Privacy off stage. That's
And
pretty
9
cool.
was the wind rises. 9 closed doors.
What?
That
Which
means his tail wagging.
Oh,
That's interesting.
that's what that
I mean-
was.
Yeah.
well, it
What?
could also mean like the wind rises as in like a change is occurring inside of him, like he's growing behind closed
Ah.
doors. Nobody knows it.
I mean, something else is rising.
Shut up! No!
It can be taken in many
I don't
ways.
get it.
It's either, the wholesome
I don't get it.
or,
It could be his
Your way.
aberrant
My thing
sexual
go up.
prosperity.
Oh God, please.
Lovely.
Wait, hold on. It's
Is that
somewhere. I
an
can't
aberrant
say it.
sexual propensity?
Propensity. that's what
Aberrant
it was.
sexual propensity.
Aberrant. It's,
More like an abhorrent sexual propensity. Get it, guys? This is terrible.
How unconscious is tail wagging?
What?
How unconscious is tail wagging?
I don't know about dogs, but cats
Actually,
deliberately move their tail.
I actually, we have to go into spoiler territory for me to answer that question.
what?
How unconscious is the tail wagging, or how much of a muscle thing is the tail wagging for Legosi? I have to get into...
he sometimes doesn't see it, right?
Yeah, I have to get into spoiler territory. I'm just gonna say that his mind has very little control over it. How about that? Because if you want me to
probably.
talk more, I'm gonna have to talk about season 2 stuff.
Yeah, it's probably like emotionally driven, right?
Yeah, I would agree
No,
with
I
that.
think-
It's probably emotionally driven
Yeah.
because, like, if you have your own dog, like with like my own, and then you just like start talking like super happy to him, it's like it doesn't even matter what the words you're saying to him are. Like you can be like, "Oh, you're such a little kid," but like
Actually, wasn't there a video about that where a guy is like talking, is like doing that exact thing where he's calling his dog like terrible
Oh,
things
yeah,
in
he's
such
like,
a happy voice?
You're the worst little dog in the world. You're so stupid. I hate you. And then he like said, "You're the best dog I know. God damn. Oh, I've never found a better dog." And the dog was like terrified when he was loud and scary. But
Yeah.
he was
So
like,
that's the thing. It's probably just emotionally driven, where it's like they hear positive tones and they're like happy, but they can't understand what we're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's also though really sad that Legoshi's like, "Oh, I feel a wind all day." Like he hasn't wagged his tail in so long that it is an absent feeling to him. It is something so different that he doesn't know what it is. Like that's sad.
That is pretty
That's so
sad.
Legoshi, why?
So we might have to start wrapping things up. So we're gonna get started on our final words. FriedChurro.
I am proud to be confirmed Genosimp #1.
Sidpoke.
I'm working on a comic. Check out my Twitter. It's called Cray & Prey. It's a murder mystery inspired by Beastars.
I'm working on
it.
It's really good.
I also work on that.
Good.
TrashCamell, you have any last words?
We're making a fan chapter set 2 years after the end of Beastars, and we have a server for that. I mean, if anybody's interested in joining, we're still looking for artists. But that's what's going on with me.
Send me a link to that after this. wquiz?
For sure.
Okay, I have a small list here. Let me pull it up. All right. So, Lauren Landa, if you'd like to contact me about being on the podcast, let me know. Jonas Scott, you're always welcome. KG Tang, I know Ben Diskin sent you an email. It was the real Ben Diskin, I promise. Let's see. Saber Spark, he's set up. Ashley Nichols art. Come on. Hey, we have a good time.
We won't say hey Ashley
Tom
until the end.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks, if you wanna be on the podcast.
Oh, dude.
I know your nephew. He went to high school with me.
Are we just getting random famous
Benedict
people now?
Cumberbatch, you're on the list. Just know that.
Hey,
Mark
all right.
Hamill.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
You're free to join.
Yeah, that's the list. Here, let me put it away.
You gotta shake it so much.
You totally brought out a piece of paper just for that joke, didn't you?
It's like one piece of paper. I can hear it.
Certified loud paper.
No, actually, it was like 12 stapled together.
Noise
I know the sound of a stack.
So my final words are: I'm still working on music, as nothing's coming out because I just don't know what to do. I'm working with Sidpoke on his Crown Prey stuff. I'm doing that. I'm making like no original music right now. Just big sad. And yeah.
Hey, werewolf.
What?
Did you just say Crown Prey?
Accent. People in Overwatch make fun of me because I say turret with an N.
What?
And people make fun of me for it, and I'm like, guys, it's literally just.
You deserve it. Ah!
Yeah.
You should learn English, my boy.
Yeah. It's my Invisalign. I have like a slur and I stutter now because of it.
I mean, you called TrashCamell TrashCamell.
No, I didn't.
I mean,
At least
some
you didn't
people
call
do
Dame
that.
Dahlia Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah. And
Hey, man,
I
like that.
All right, well, that was our make fun of werewolf session. Thanks for watching. If you did watch it, if you didn't, you should watch it. You should skip to the end, listen to me tell you to watch it, and then watch it from the beginning, and then skip the end. Because you already watched the end where I told you to watch the beginning.
Watch it again.
Yeah,
Well, that
I'm not
means to go back and
stopping
look all of our videos and hit like and make a comment on every single one of them.
If you watch our podcast, you are contributing to like 90% of our watch hours. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you everyone for
Yes.
listening to this week's podcast. We will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Oh, wait, I have final words. I forgot my final words. I'm wearing JoJo pajamas.
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
thank you. Have a good evening.
Goodbye.
Bye.